everybody, thank you so much for joining me. So I wished I could say it was going to be a funny one, but it's not. The funniest thing you'll see is what you're reading right in front of you. Anyway, somebody wanted me to do a Prince Andrew one, so I thought, sure, why not? And oh my God, you guys, I went down a rabbit hole that is bad. It's not good, and I believe it to be true, and it's actually very shocking. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put Meghan in the beginning and her ties with him, and then I'm going to do him and near the middle-ish end, or I'm not sure where exactly, I'm going to put some crazy info. You guys are going to just be shocked. I was. Anyways, let's just get to it, hey? I'm going to start out with a slideshow of what Meghan is actually like. So I had done a slideshow on Meghan before in an old video that I had taken down. This one is got a lot of the same pictures, but I've added some and taken some out. Now, what I plan on doing, it's not just about her being a yacht girl, you guys. If it was, this would be like no big, well, not a biggie, but you know what I'm talking about. This one, apparently she is a corn actress. Sorry, you guys, it's YouTube. Before all of this, which, why wouldn't she be? She did everything else. What's the difference, really? Her association with Epstein, Andrew, just all kinds of things. And then when we hit Andrew, you guys, it's so bad. It's awful. But I want to know. You guys deserve to know. I did the research, so I'm going to tell you, right? That's what I'm here for. I don't know what else I'm here for. But yeah, it's sad. I wish I could have a funny video, but this is just not going to be that. Informative, though. Very informative. She just drives me insane. This was all, like, are you going to make a duchess out of this? Come on now. Come on now. Let's be real, people. They tried, though. They did. E for effort. So this is just a little ditty I found. It seems Meghan Markle's sordid past is catching up with her extremely fast. What's next? Yachting. Saudi Crown Prince witnessed Meghan Markle yachting with Jeffrey Epstein at a Manhattan mansion. The claim was made by an anonymous source in a British tabloid newspaper. The source claimed that the prince saw Markle and Epstein together on a yacht in New York City in 2016. However, the source did not provide any proof to support their claim. Meghan Markle has denied ever meeting Jeffrey Epstein. She has said that she learned of him when he was arrested in 2019. Lies upon lies upon lies. Okay, so, excuse me, this is from my old video, but it's very still just as good as it ever was. Anyways, I don't know if y'all know who Spencer Pratt is, but he's a reality star. Anyways, he is in Hollywood, and he hears all the gossip and all that stuff. So, he is saying it's not Harry, but it is. And you'll see. You'll see.
Yeah, and I just got, yes, let me word this without this getting back to the people. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it.
No,
but
you should.
Yes. So I did hear, allegedly, that this one, how do you not get sued? I don't know.
By the way, you guys,
I heard a rumor.
This is about Harry.
You know, one thing that definitely probably helped the situation with her and Harry is this one person that I know who knows, allegedly. She locked him in a hotel room for like 3 days straight. Like, so she is like a...
Locked Harry in.
No.
Oh,
it's in the
locked
past.
this other person that she was dating, or what?
I don't know if they were dating. So
okay.
she can so imagine if when she first met Harry, she put him in a hotel room for 3 days, you know, like, she is not...
Well, I think she is, like, highly intelligent, because she'd win all the awards in
but
school.
she also is highly...
So when a highly intelligent person can, you know, definitely present themselves and manipulate and get, you know, I'm just saying, if you think that's what
That's athleticism, though.
Yeah.
That's not. She's like we're talking, like, she's like a professional.
So this is a rumor,
Yeah,
but
rumor.
I do want to talk more.
Okay, so I found this also online. It must be true. This lady Victoria Hervey spoke about it. So let's listen to what she has to say before we go further.
Meghan's yacht days. Meghan met Andrew and Harry at a yacht party. Was Meghan a yacht girl? Many royal fans believe that Meghan Markle was a yacht girl 100%, and that's where she met Prince Andrew and Prince Harry. By definition, yachting is the use of recreational boats and ships called yachts for racing or cruising. But we all know that in Hollywood, yachting means something else entirely. Yachting in dark Hollywood is when a celebrity, oftentimes a female entertainer, goes on these lavish yachts that are provided by billionaires, industry executives, and so on, and basically sleep around for huge sums of money. Yachting is also to elevate your position in Hollywood. Obviously, these trips are funded by big names, political figures, and basically people that aren't well known to commoners. There have been many rumours that the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has funded lots of these trips, even to Instagram models. Also, he just bought a $400 million yacht, so it's hard to believe that he's leading anything holy on there. There are topless pictures of Meghan Markle aboard a yacht, so she was allegedly well known in the yachting community. There's a strong likelihood that she served as Jeffrey Epstein's well-known yacht girl as well. The claim that she met Prince Andrew through Epstein raises the question of whether Prince Harry or the royal family is aware of this. Talk about coming full circle. In a video titled The Dark World of Celebrity Yachting by Internet Oddities, Markle was mentioned quite a few times and makes a very good case that she was one of the yacht girls. The narrator says, "How did some unknown actress suddenly marry a prince?" or something along the lines. He also talks about how she may have even met Harry this way. Meghan claims to have used her calligraphy to make money on the side, and according to her was making $50,000 an episode on Suits, which is unlikely. Yet her Suits co-stars were travelling as much as she was. While we know that she likes to mooch off of others and had a man paying her bills, it all just seems unlikely that she'd have so much money laying around to just be able to travel to Europe whenever. Plus, we know how hungry she was for Hollywood. In a stunning revelation, Lady Victoria Hervey has made bold claims about Meghan Markle, suggesting her involvement with Jeffrey Epstein's notorious circle. Lady Victoria, who worked as a model, is believed to have gone on a date with Prince Andrew in 1999. While romance failed to blossom, she became part of his inner circle of...
All right, so we're just speeding along here. We all know Lady C, of course. I found this online. It's got a little bit of music to it. I don't want a copyright, so probably in about every 20 seconds or so, I'll just pause it to say something. I hope that's okay. It's not long. It's just a little over a minute. And yeah, she's very reliable. Yeah, so let's listen to what she has to say.
That's right. It's mentioned in the book. Harry knows only too well that it has received wide publicity. Whether it is true or not is besides the point. That Meghan used to entertain as a yacht girl.
Well, for her to actually come out and say it is pretty shocking. Not really shocking, but you know that she really watches what she says. So, you know what I'm saying. Okay, let's continue.
Now, I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it happened. But I am saying that version of events is out there. Harry knows it. Harry also knows a version of events is out there that Meghan was on Jeffrey Epstein's yacht with Prince Andrew.
Okay, so I'm going to read this article that talks about her actually being a corn star. And then we are getting into Andrew and all of that. And boy, you guys, you are seriously going to stick around. I'm not kidding. But anyway, okay. Windsor is buzzing with excitement. I live in Bray, just a few miles from the royal town of Windsor. Last week, I visited this small town on the banks of the River Thames that has a population of just 32,000 and was amazed to see what was going on. I was in my favorite restaurant, Brown's Brazier, and the conversation was the same, coming from every table. I've never witnessed anything like it in my life. Everywhere, and I mean everywhere, people were talking about Meghan Markle being in a corn video. I didn't believe it. Not our butter wouldn't melt in her mouth Duchess. I was later shown the video, and however much I protested it wasn't her, the locals were having none of it. I was screamed at by one man who said, "Just look it! It's her, and listen to her voice. That's her all right." He was convinced, as was everyone else present, it was Meghan Markle. One resident, a retired lawyer who'd worked closely with the EU in Brussels, appeared to know much more than anyone else. He explained there was a ruling by the Court of Justice of the European Union which prevents search engines in Europe and Google from showing results for queries of a delicate nature. Are you even kidding me? Oh my God, you guys. Okay. I left the town absolutely shocked to learn that most of the residents were talking about it, and many must have viewed it. The Middletons live close by, just a short drive. Just a short drive along the M4 from Windsor. It would be inconceivable to think they hadn't heard about what the Windsor folk are discussing. It would be fair to guess they are bound to have spoken to Catherine about it. I sincerely hope they haven't viewed the video. It's a case of once seen, it's impossible to unsee it. I'm not 100% convinced it's our Duchess in the sordid video, but I must add, the Windsor people swear it is her. Maybe there will be an announcement about this from the palace. Of course not. And then you guys look. Sadie Quinlan, Yankee Wally upvoted this. Yay! I love her. I have also seen such a film and showed it to my husband. We at first did not believe it was her. It has now been taken down, but it definitely was her. She is one dirty, filthy human being. What I fail to understand is why her background was not looked into more closely by royal family before there was a very hasty engagement. The people responsible for wiping the internet of her dodgy past will have kept a copy for posterity, I feel certain. I believe the royals knew, but couldn't stop the marriage due to being called the R word. She is one skanky woman. I am quite sure the palace knows. They will not deny it. This is part of Meghan's history, to be sure. From all we've been told, corn. She made money that way. Agree. I believe they are holding a lot of information for the divorce. They need to prove her an unfit mother. When the time is right, we will all see it, unless they use it to shut her up. An actress of corn. Yep, I believe it 100%. And sorry, you guys, that this is kind of all wonky. I had to screenshot it off my video, so I apologize for this. It won't be like this for the rest of the video, I promise. Okay, so this is a little slideshow of Prince Andrew on yachts, Epstein's yacht, with Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm sure we all know who she is. The madame for Jeffrey, and yes, she's in jail. Anyways, this is Jeffrey's island. I just wanted to stop on this for just a quick sec to look at it. You guys, so much bad stuff happened here. Really bad stuff happened here, you guys. Really bad stuff. So anyways, I'm just going to go forward and show you another piece of information. Okay. I know a lot of people say the Queen should not have done this, blah, blah, blah. But you guys, she was 96, almost 96 years old. I understand why she did. She was she was months away from her death. Like, she did not need any more problems, you know? But it says Queen Elizabeth II will reportedly contribute £2 million to Prince Andrew's settlement with Virginia Giuffre in a civil sexual assault case. Although the size of the settlement agreed February 15th was not disclosed, it is reportedly estimated around £12 million. And I wish you guys that was the least of what he did. But it isn't. And there is so much more to come. But let's see what people think of him. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. Okay, I don't know if any of you guys have seen this, but I was completely surprised. This is obviously stuff that they, I don't know how, mute out or something when we're watching, but this was after the Queen died, and this was her funeral procession. Excuse me. And it's sad that it happened here, but it's also kind of understandable. So anyways, let's see what happens. Wow, eh?
Disgusting! Wait, I've done nothing wrong.
Okay, you guys, this is it. This is the hard one. I'm pretty much speechless. When you hear this fella, I'm almost in tears. You can't not believe him. So I'm just gonna let him speak.
It's crazy. So one day evening, I was in the VIP lounge as usual, making sure everything was smooth. The club director came up and he warned me that a super VIP guest was coming, so I should make sure everything was very, very accurate. You know, because of my English skills, I'm usually asked to serve special clients when VIP guests from Europe visit the club. About an hour later, some armed men wearing camo came and faced me. And this is something that usually happens ever since the war started in Ukraine. Then I was asked to be taken to a close part of the club together with the director. He told me that I should be very polite and accommodating to this super VIP that was coming. And trust me, usually I have no idea of who I'm going to serve, but this time around I was able to recognize the guest. It was Prince Andrew from England. I was able to recognize him because I read about him in the magazine. And honestly, when I saw him, I was really, really shocked. At first, he wasn't alone. There were some people with him. However, after a couple of hours, the people left and Andrew was the only one left in the room. Thought the whole party was over. Just then, a guy wearing a uniform entered the room with two little children. I think their ages, from the way they look, would be about 10 or 11, at most 12 years, but within that range. It was a boy and a girl. Andrew started talking to them, asking their names. The girl introduced herself as Alena and the guy Dimitri. Andrew politely asked me to bring something for the kids, so I quickly rushed to go get some cheesecakes, pancakes, you know, the usual snacks for kids. But while I was doing that, I was still confused. I didn't know what kids would be doing in such a place at such a time. I go back with the staff 5 minutes later and I saw something very, very disturbing. The children stood there in front of Andrew, half naked, and they were sobbing, you know, as if they were forced to do something. He tried comforting them and was calming them down from what I saw. He touched them in inappropriate parts. Bro, that day was terrible. Without saying a word, I just left the food on the table and I was rushing out because I didn't want to see any further. But an hour later, I was called back to that room. The children were almost completely naked. They were behaving in a weird way, you know, as if they were drugged or they were drunk. It was just not normal, the way they were behaving as compared to when they were initially brought in. The prince was agitated, his eyes were shining in a weird way. He told me to get the kids dressed. 2 guards then came in. One of them gave the prince a nod and they left the room. The other man told me to get the kids dressed, but before then he was talking to the kids in Ukrainian. I didn't actually understand what he said, but all I could hear was Disneyland and Paris. So probably he was asking them if they would like to go there or something, but I can't really tell. The kids were still acting in a weird way. While I was dressing them up, I just told them that everything would be fine. They should stop crying, but they still kept crying, you know. The boy stuck to me. He was just holding me like tight. At that moment, bro, I was so weak emotionally. I nearly cried myself because of the way the kids were acting, but so the uniform guy then told me to follow him with the kids and bring them up to where the helipad was. I came closer and the guy in camo took the children from me and brought them into the helicopter. At that time I saw Andrew and 2 other passengers inside. The guards told me I was free to go, and on my way I heard the helicopter took off. Bro, but if you are there to witness the fear in these children's eyes, the way they were acting while I was handing them over, bro, it was heartbreaking. I won't lie to you. I've never seen anything like that. Never. Yeah. So, the next few days was just terrible for me. I was so down emotionally. I really tried to understand what was going on. I really wanted to know, but I couldn't fathom anything. And it was a bad experience to be a part of, because I didn't just understand what the children went through that day and what they would be going through at the moment and what I could have done. What I could have done, bro. Because I was there. Oh man. So, this experience is something I don't wish for anyone to witness, because I'm still traumatized by this. Anytime I see kids with adults at the same moment crying, bro, it just brings back memories, you know. So back in Ukraine, I just packed my stuff and left for Nigeria. I even think it was even a bigger mistake. I shouldn't have left. I should have told someone about it, or I should have told the police, but you know, or even the press. But you know, with these things, because it's someone of importance, usually it just becomes a useless case. But that's my experience, bro. And I should have done something. I know deep in my heart I should have done something. Not even caring what the consequences might be, but that's the story, man. I relive it every day. It's crazy.
Wow. That was not what I expected when I went searching. Prince Andrew. I knew he was a pervert, you guys. But this is something else entirely. And it makes me afraid. And sick, actually. And this poor guy, he feels horrible. It's not his fault. What could he do? What could he do? Just unbelievable. So I have one more little clip, and then that's it. Sorry, this is a lot. Okay, I'm back to normal. So, this is it, and you know what? This is the one time that I actually respect the king. I can say that right now. So, let's watch this, and then that will be it. Whew, sorry about this, guys. It's a big one, I know. But I felt it had to be said, so. Anyways, thank you for sticking with me. A click would be great. But other than that, have a great day, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Okay? Okay, bye. Disgraced Prince Andrew has been formally banned from Buckingham Palace in a major move by King Charles. The Duke of York will be stripped of his £3 million salary and 24-hour armed security, with the royal household set to pick up the tab. Any presence at the palace is officially over. The king has made it clear he isn't a working royal. He's on his own. The major decision comes after Andrew's role as colonel of the Grenadier Guards was given to Queen Consort Camilla. Grenadier? The Duke will no longer be allowed in office in Buckingham Palace and cannot use the building as a corresponding address.